lost, confused, and wandering around the great land called the internet, wondering, is this Google IT Support Professional Certificate worth your time, money, and investments? Have landed in the right place. Welcome. And in this video, I'm going to do a review of the Google IT Support Professional Certificate and if it's worth it for you. So I do have 7 years of IT experience, so I'm well versed in different qualities of course content. And also, I actually went through the course. Did I watch every single minute of it? No, but really it was just a refresher for me. My thoughts. I'm gonna go over the price, the content quality, what you will learn, some cons to the course and the pros to the course. Does it actually prepare you for the CompTIA A+ certification like it claims? What are some alternatives to the Google IT Support Certificate? And stay to the end and I will go over, will the Google IT Support Certification will get you a job? Comment and subscribe below as that really helps the YouTube algorithm. I kept on seeing these ads about the Google IT Support Certification and whether or not it could get you a job. So I had to check it out. I was like, could it be true? Did Google come out with an IT cert? Could this just change the game? First, I want to start off with, who is the Google IT Support Certificate for? This certification is for people with absolutely no experience in the field. So if you're curious and you're just trying to test the water, if you like IT or not, this is the course for you. If say you're coming from HR, you're a human resource professional, or you're completely new to IT, then this is the course for you because it will go over all the fundamentals and a good overview of what IT is. If you're not sure what you want to do for your career, then the Google IT Support Professional Certificate is for you because it will give you a taste of what exactly IT is and how it compares to computer science and if you even like it. And also the IT support job is a great place to start off in. They usually have a really high turnover rate. If you have IT experience, I would say that this course might be a refresher for you. It might be just a refresher. You should already have that knowledge if you're working in the field, or you'll acquire it within probably 6 months of your first IT support job. Let's go into the course content. So if we look at this screen, we can see that there are 5 modules, and each one of these modules they say will take 6 weeks, making the course a long time. When I went through the material, I really don't think week 1 would take you an actual week. You could probably just do it in a couple of days. There are 5 various courses within this, and these courses are Google Support Fundamentals, and this is where you're going to learn everything about what it takes to be an IT support technician. The bits and bytes of computer networking. Networking is the backbone of the internet, and you need to know the basics of how everything works in order to effectively troubleshoot desktop support type jobs, help desk type jobs. Tier 1, so you need to know what a network is and what types of problems that it can cause. The next module is operating systems and becoming a power user. So this is where you're going to learn about Linux, Windows, Mac OSs, and some common problems that you can run into. You're gonna deal with a lot of different operating systems. Well, mostly Windows. You're gonna deal with mostly Windows when you get your first job. Maybe you might deal with Mac, less common depending on where you work. You probably won't deal with Linux because that's not really a user-based OS, and that's more for computer nerd. There's a big war between Windows and Linux. And then you're going to learn system administration and IT, infrastructure services. This is the backbone of what an IT support professional does. You're going to learn troubleshooting, DNS, different types of servers, web servers, things of that sort. You're also going to learn about cloud computing, which is huge and a great field to get into. The next is IT security, and this is where you're going to learn about security fundamentals of all of the IT professional. This is so important. The course also has hands-on labs, which I strongly recommend going to. In some of those labs, and those skills that you learn in those labs, you can definitely bring to an employer because you'll be familiarized with it and you'll be like, I can write documentation, which nobody wants to do. So if you can write documentation, that's a huge bonus and that will put you ahead of the crowd. You'll also do a networking simulation to really get your hands dirty with the networking portion of it. Really important. In here you'll learn about routing paths and subnets and IP addresses and how to check that, so ipconfig. You also do some incident handling, which is really important, and that is an important skill. You also learn about different asymmetric and symmetric keys, which is the foundation of Security Plus. So you're really getting a really good scope of everything. The material is fantastic, and the course content quality is absolutely amazing. When they put this together, they really put in a lot of thought, and the video and the audio quality is great. Really keep it really kind of fresh and a little bit frisky. They also give you interactive quizzes to utilize active recall when you're going through the course. And so the price is for 7 days. But you're not going to complete the course in 7 days, nor do you want to complete the course in 7 days. I would give it at least 2 months to go through the entire course and to also go through all the labs and the reading material and really absorb what you're learning. I know you really want a certificate to get a job, like the Google IT support certificate, but you honestly don't. Like, more important than the certificate is the knowledge that you gain when you're going through the certificate. I know people really like their certificate. More important is the knowledge, and can you convey that knowledge to a future employer to help you get a job? That's the most important thing. 2 months of a Coursera subscription. At this time of filming, it is $49, and you can get it in the link below. Put things into Broadview, $100 for a really well put together course in only 2 months of your time is extremely good return of investment on your time and money. Pay $1,500 honestly to go through a course that's not even as good as this would be. To some of the cons of the Google IT Support Professional Certificate. Some of the cons is that you don't get that interaction with the teacher and the student, and oftentimes that's where you're going to do a lot of your learnings. And that's where you're going to get different perspectives on the same subject, so then you can better formulate a 3D dimensional view of all of the knowledge. Kind of a con of all online courses and certificates, but for an introvert, I mean, it may be kind of a heaven because then you don't have to talk to anybody. Also, there's a really low barrier to entry when getting and going through this course, and that could lead to a less credible and recommendable certificate put on your resume. It is to achieve, the higher it will be esteemed by employers, and then less people will have it, making it a much more competitive thing. So not only is it cheap, but it's also kind of easy to get. Another con would be that you really have to motivate yourself to do this, so you're not really going to have deadlines, although they do try to incorporate deadlines in the course material. However, it's really easy just to not do it. Pros to the Google IT Support Professional Certificate is that it's really affordable, $49 a month. You get interactive labs. The course quality is top-notch in my opinion. It covers all aspects. Hands-on projects. Instructors are really cool. I would like to hang out with them, honestly. Does the Google IT Support Professional Certificate replace the CompTIA or prepare you for the CompTIA test? The answer is no, it doesn't. It's not a replacement. It doesn't prepare you. It does give you a good broad knowledge of it. However, if you want to take the A+ exam, I suggest not using this Google IT Support Certificate to study. It doesn't go into that much detail in order to effectively communicate all those details. A better resource for that would be Professor Messer on YouTube, and he has the A+, Net+, Security Plus, and it goes into way more detail. You're looking for a really good scope of what IT is. This is the certificate for you. Some alternatives to the Google IT Support Certificate. Honestly, there's so many. Like, there's a lot of Coursera courses you could take. You could also take Pluralsight. You could just study for the CompTIA tests. In my opinion, this is probably the best place to start if you're looking to get into IT or change your career into IT and get an IT support, because you really figure out if you even like it. The final question that I know everybody has been waiting for: will the Google IT Support Professional Certificate get you a job? And the answer is not really clear cut. Yes and no. It really depends on what type of job you're going after, how desperate the employer is, and how well you present yourself in an interview, and how well your resume looks. I'm not gonna say yes, it will get you a job, because the Google IT Support Certificate isn't all of that industry, it's not industry standard recognized. If it's an entry-level job and the employer really needs technical support people, such as help desk or to IT call center, then yes, it will help you. But if you're looking for more like desktop support, sysadmin type jobs, I don't really think it's gonna help you that much. You could use it kind of as a negotiation, like when you get the interview, be like, well, I'm a self-learner and I'm really just interested in the field, and I went through all these courses and I learned these skills and I went through these labs, and I'm 100% sure that I will be an asset to your team. And that's what you should be trying to present yourself. So no, it won't get you a job. It might get you an interview, but I wouldn't 100% rely on it, as it's not HR recognized or industry standard recognized. Better certificates for that would be the CompTIA A+, Net+, Security Plus, the Microsoft Azure, AWS certificates. Those would be a better, more industry standard recognized certificate. Hope you enjoyed my review of the Google IT Support Professional Certificate. If you have any comments, concerns, criticisms, likes, or anything of that sort, please leave that below.